Howdy folks, GRebner here with GRebner Outdoors. Archery is a great passion of mine, and so that is why I took the time and I put together a beginner's bow buyer's guide so that you, mates and lasses, can know how to spend your hard-earned money if you're thinking about getting into archery. A lot of interest has been generated in the Primal Gear Unlimited folding longbow for survival. This may be the best, quote, survival bow that has hit the market. That being said, this is not what I would recommend a novice archer buying. The way that I see this bow is it is in fact a supplemental bow for an experienced archer. A traditional archer might choose to bring this bow along in their pack so that if something goes wrong with their proper bow, they have a backup, similar to a police officer or an armed civilian carrying more than one gun. The purpose of this video is not to slam this bow. The purpose of this video is to provide you, the novice archery buyer, with some very good advice on how to spend your hard-earned money. My choice in bows is the Martin Takedown Jaguar. But in the interest of honesty, there are two problems with this bow. It needs tools to disassemble, and it uses drum nuts in the risers where the limb bolts secure into. Neither of these two are deal breakers. You can get thumb screw bolts for your limbs that allow you to disassemble it without tools, as well as the fact that you can simply JB weld the drum nut into the riser. Then if you ever strip out the drum nut, all you need to do is take out the limb bolt and tap it out with a punch. This is a very fine bow. It is, however, not cut to center. It is cut past center because this riser is a recycled riser from the old Martin Jaguar compound bow that has recurve limbs placed upon it. This bow is very attainable. It will cost anywhere between $150 and $200 pre-shipping. For male shooters, I recommend 50-pound draw, and for female shooters, I recommend 40-pound draw. Another bow that is an excellent choice is the Samick Sage. This bow is 100% wood and uses a toolless takedown system. As you can see, these are the thumb screw limb bolts that I was mentioning that you can get aftermarket for the Jaguar. Comes in right and left-handed. And by the way, this is the Three Rivers Archery website. For male shooters, I recommend a 50-pound draw. For female shooters, I recommend a 40-pound draw. This bow is cut to center, so it does not need an arrow rest such as the one found here on the Martin Jaguar. On this bow, you can shoot off the shelf. And as you see here, pre-shipping, it's only $140. This is the October Mountain Products webpage, and this is the Mountain Man Smoky Mountain Rercurve. As you see, this one that I'm showing you here is in 50 pounds and the right-handed model. Slightly more expensive, but an equally good bow as all the rest of them. As you can see, this bow does use thumb screw limb bolts. All three of these bows, the October Mountain, the Samick Sage, and the Martin Jaguar, are excellent beginner bows. Now, once you decide to pull the trigger and order one of these bows, what you will want to do is go to your archery shop, have them measure you for arrows. Once you know your draw length and the arrow that you will need, and while you're there, you're going to want them to set you a knocking point on your string. Go home, go to the Three Rivers Archery website, and here you see that Three Rivers Archery sells feather-fletched arrows that are fletched when they come to you and cut to your proper length. But it is important that you go to your archery shop and be measured for your arrow length and have them recommend you the brand of arrow that you need to buy. Now, before you freak out about these arrow prices, these are fletched arrows. Again, I'm a Martin shooter, but I think that you couldn't go wrong with a Samick Sage or an October Mountain. But please, unless you are an experienced archer, do not make this your first bow. You will, of course, notice that this is all traditional archery tackle. I cannot recommend a compound bow as a survival bow because it is overcomplicated and there's too much that can go wrong with it. Also, the investment that you would put into a compound bow as a novice shooter, unless you are definitely going to be hunting every day of the season, not worth it. I hope this video has been helpful to you. I can't force you to be right, but I hope you take my advice on this. As always, God bless all my sportsmen of America. Join the NRA to protect our rights. Please check out my friends over at legallyconcealed.org. Thank you very much to those of you involved in law enforcement and those of you serving in the military. And thanks for watching GRebner Outdoors. Get out there, get a bow, and get shooting.